All right, check, mic check. How's it going, guys? Let me just switch screens here. Oh God. Okay. How's everyone doing? Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. Finally, we might be getting a larger move. Now, we're going to talk about the possibilities of what could happen. Is this going to be the move that confirms 10K? I don't know about 10K, but I would want to take it one level at a time. And to be honest, things don't look that good. Things don't look that good. So, first things first, let's just go ahead and go over a couple things. First, what do you guys think of the new song? That is produced and made by a friend of mine. Well, not a friend, but someone I like watching. He has really good... He constantly is making his own music, and it's pretty insane the catalog that he has. And it's all mostly in instrumentals. Guys, go check out, if you like this kind of stuff, Jacob Lizzotti. Let me know. I'm sorry if I butchered that, buddy, but really cool dude. He's got some really cool music, so if you guys are interested in that, definitely go ahead and check it out. Check out his channel. I bought the song as for, you know, using it for streaming rights and all that, just because I want to support him. He does a really good job. Definitely look forward to more of those. There's a couple I'm keeping my eye on. I just figured you change it up a little bit. So, besides that, let's go ahead and talk about price first. I want to go over a couple things, and from there we can, you know, just kind of hang out, chillax, and hopefully we can maybe we'll catch a move if we're lucky on stream, but I'm not expecting that. We'll just fall off a cliff midstream. That would be awesome entertainment, but I'm not expecting it. Well, I'm just gonna go over the levels here that I'm primarily looking for. Let me go ahead and hide these lines. So First things first, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a quick little refresher on the macro. Just based off of, you know, I've talked about this multiple times, and in case you guys haven't heard, I guess, the macro setup, or the macro, how do I say this? The macro structure of what I'm currently seeing. We're primarily going to be looking at this area price action here. All right. And from there, we can go ahead and try to dissect what is possibly going on, you know, figure out, are we getting close to a bottom? You know, what are the levels to look out for in the major macro structure, or the macro pivots? From there, I'm going to let you guys know some of the things I'm looking for as well. But let's just dissect this area price action first. Now, primarily, I'm looking at this as an A to a B to a C. All right. And from there, you know, using the ABC method, every single ABC here has its own set of ABCs. The A having this one here, the B having this one here, and then the C having this one here. All right. And to me, that looks like a much larger completed structure. And I actually do really like how this is shaping up. Now, just because it's a completed structure doesn't mean that it's necessarily the end, or, you know, we're going to be bottoming here soon. Pretty much as long as BTC is below that 17,600, it's pretty much gonna, it can easily continue lower. It does not look good for me to show signs of strength. For me to actually switch to a little bit more of a bullish bias, I'm going to need to see a reversal and have BTC get back above and maintain above that 17,600. And until that happens, I'm going to remain bearish. I do have a couple setups that we're going to be looking at here, but now that you guys know what the macro picture looks like for me, we're just going to zoom in a tiny bit. You know, I always say zoom in because this is still a larger perspective that we're keeping on Bitcoin here. So if that's the case, this ABC, you know, it goes all the way up top here, but I'm just going to just illustrate it for simplicity's sake. You know, this trend goes all the way up here. If this is an ABC, we're primarily going to be focusing on what's going on here. All right. And from there, I see a very nice A to a B. And most likely, I think we're going to continue lower. I don't know where this is going to go, but wherever it decides to go is going to be the C leg. And from there, each wave has its own set of ABCs. A, B, C. A, B, C, and then the C is forming its own A, B, C. Now, the main level to look out for is going to be that 15,440-ish. A little bit higher, sorry. 15,465. So if BTC can get back below and then, you know, and show signs of a strong reversal and maintain above that, it's a possibility that it's the bottom. Just because it's a smaller structure doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to hold much validity or much strength. It definitely could, but I'm going mostly off of the bigger pivot here at 17,600. If BTC can get back above that and maintain, to me that looks really good. So that's kind of the smaller dissection of what this setup looks like. Now the question is, we did have sort of a consolidation pattern forming here, like at this triangle. Technically, I guess it's right here. And, you know, we've broken below it. Does that mean we're going down? I think so. I just don't know where, and that's not really my job to tell you guys where it's going to go. My job is just to give you guys the levels, the setups I'm looking for, and we'll see how price respects it, or if price doesn't care, we just fall off a cliff from here. Definitely a possibility as well. So let's just show you guys. I need to go over to a different chart here just to give you a much larger perspective of what I'm looking for. So in this kind of scenario where we're forming new lows, now this is primarily for bear markets or for downside, because if we're going up further past higher highs, there's no prior price action to go off of. You can't really, you know, you can map out resistances on the way up, but once you get past new highs, you can't really go off of future or previous price action. In this case, for the bear market, what we like to do, or what I like to do, is highlight the local lows and the important levels to maintain as support. And from there, we can kind of decide not necessarily where exactly it's going to go, but give you an idea of where price would try to at least test. So what I mean by that is we do have, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the local lows here. So this is one, this is one, this is one. And then the next, I guess, serious local low is going to be around that 10K, you know, 9.9 to 10K. And from there, if we go back to previous price action, you can see that some of these levels were respected decently, not exactly, but these levels were respected. And when it comes to playing these levels, you kind of have to take it one level at a time. You know, if 42K or 43K fails, the next step is probably going to be 28. In this case, we came back down. We broke 43, nothing in between. We retested 28 almost exactly. Came back up, put in that higher high before a much larger ABC. From there, same thing. If 43K fails, come back down to 28. We can see we kind of fall in that region, eventually fell through. And then from there, there's nothing significant from 28 all the way back down to 16. And that's where we're fighting at right now. So you can see that price likes to attempt to test these levels. Now, is 10K in the cards? I personally don't know. I want to say that the probability increases if we continue to push down. Doesn't mean it's a guarantee, but I definitely think there is a strong case to say if you go back based off of previous price history here, there is nothing significant holding it until we get back down to that 10K. So I definitely think it's in the cards. We'll have to see how it plays out. I'm not dead set on it yet. I have to wait how price responds to this level. It's just something we're just gonna, you know, bounce around at 16K and maybe find support, because the problem is a lot of people are expecting these lows. And something that I like to do is put myself in a mindset of going against the herd. Everyone is so bearish right now, especially with the FTX stuff going on. You know, this push to the downside, everyone is so bearish, and I have to go by what I see majority wise. You know, when it comes, I don't really check Twitter, other YouTubers, the comment section sometimes, and it seems like the overall, I guess, direction everyone thinking is we're going to go is definitely lower. I've seen some make a case for 10K. I've seen people say, you know, based off of certain like previous highs like 12K, 13, 14K, or 13.8, 14K. I don't necessarily go off of highs. I do acknowledge that it is a possibility, but the way I primarily view things is based off of local lows off of the previous trend. And to me, the entire bull run is one gigantic previous trend. So if you want to go based off of, you know, that logic, if 9K fails, 8K, and then there's nothing significant until we get back down to 3. So I definitely think the next stop is we're definitely going to try to reach down in those levels. Are we going to get there? Not too sure. But let's go ahead. That's just the overall larger macro picture for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Why did it not save? Oh, I already did save. Okay. All right, I'm going to save that. All right, and let's go back to, you know, smaller time frames. All right, for me, primarily, like I said, A to a B to a C. I'm currently short off of this setup, off of this ABC within the C. And I don't plan on giving this up. I'm going to hold this, and if we get down to 10K, that'd be fantastic. I mean, that'd be fantastic for the short. Unfortunately, I'm still holding a good majority of the portfolio in inverse perpetual. So hopefully that'll offset some of the losses that I take if we do go down to those levels. But I'm, you know, things are looking interesting. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm not letting go of that short. I'll keep that up there. The only thing I can see from a possible bullish case scenario, is that we do have an A to a B to a C. Now, I was kind of hoping that we would get some sort of setup like this before going down. You know, we get that slightly higher high and then push downwards, but this is okay as well. I'm not mad at it. I'm in a short position. I didn't exit early. I'm good to go. Now I know people are gonna say, what about this ABC here? Now I do acknowledge that this exists, but to me personally, the much larger structure is more important to me. This is gonna be more important to me personally. And if this fails, I don't want to say it, but the probabilities increase dramatically to push lower, because going back to what I said before, there is no significant support based off of the previous bull market until we get down to 10K. USA wall 1-0. Is the World Cup on? I know you guys are gonna shit on me, but this is the only thing I have in my vicinity to drink. I forgot to get water before this started. Oh, you jinxed yourself, Prestige. 1-0-1-1. I'm assuming it's the World Cup. So yeah, that's basically the setup there. That's all I'm looking for. Besides that, there is nothing significant for BTC. Let's go over ETH quick and LTC here. I want to actually just check on LTC. Oh, let's do LTC first. Okay. I'm going to do LTC first just because I want to see if I can possibly get an entry on a short. Because I missed out on that higher high. I was kind of pissed. Actually, no, let's go over ETH because that's going to segue into the next thing I want to talk about. Let's see. Yes, FIFA. Okay, cool. I like kind of like watched the scores on my phone. I haven't actually watched it. William S. Hi, Johnny. Good soundtrack. Thank you so much, William. I appreciate you stopping by. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's go to ETH because the LTC thing is going to transition to the next thing I want to talk about. So ETH is in a interesting situation. I want to go over the macro structure first. ETH has a much larger A to a B, and now is this push down going to be the next C leg? I don't know. There's a couple different possibilities of how the C can play out. You know, you do have. Well, let's go back to the main idea. This is the main idea, and primarily we need ETH to get back below that pivot at around 888. Let me just confirm. That's nope. See, I was off by a little bit. So 876.25. Well, I like this one. Makes you want to do ecstasy and party. You're gonna save that one. All right. So you have this ABC here. Now, the C leg can play out a couple different ways. The C leg can have its own little ABC in between. It can do something like this. Let's say we get a lower low, maybe get a pump up and then a continuation downwards. Absolutely in the cards. Another thing is this B leg can also play out differently. So this B leg can get extended and we get something like this. You know, let's just say it doesn't put in that lower low. And from there, so if you want to kind of do some deductive reasoning, I guess, like, you know, try to define your options. Pretty much the only thing, the two pivots that matter, if I take away all of this, are these two levels. The red being if ETH can get back above there and come back below, that's a signal for a short. And the green being if ETH can get back below and come back above that level, that's a signal for a long. If we're gonna do what we did for ETH as we did for BTC, I need to look at a different chart. So I'm just gonna point out local lows for ETH. We just change this to green. I mean, to be honest, you might have one more or two more here at like 1,047, 1,000, or in 900. I personally not the biggest fan, and they're not the biggest supports, but I do acknowledge that just because this right here is one continuous trend all the way up here. So if that fails, the next stop is 312, and that's kind of crazy to think because, guys, when I made my money on the bull run, I mean, I still have some ETH, but my main average entry was around $400. Using the E-magnet makes life easier. Oh, this thing? Let's see. Oh yeah, that does make it easier. All right, yeah. When I do that, I'll turn the magnet mode on. And sometimes it gets in the way when I'm trying to draw ABCs. But thank you, Jens, for letting me know. I appreciate it. Doing good, thanks. Hope all is good on your end. Yeah. You know, I'm still trying to adapt to this new lifestyle that just fell on my lap recently, and it's been good. I'm spending a lot of time trying to figure some stuff out for myself. I have some cool things I want to talk about, possibly introduce to you guys. And unfortunately, I know this song. Have you guys heard this song before? I'm trying to think of where I've heard this from. Anyway, let's go over. Just press. Mana is on. Cheers, keep it up. Cool streams. Harsh markets at the moment. Best loser wins. Safe trading. Exactly, Jens. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by, dropping a quick little tip for me. I'm still kind of new to this whole Tradingview thing, even though I have a good grasp of the tools that I need to use or I want to use. It's just little things, but I appreciate you. Let's see. ETH. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. I just want to go over the smaller setups for ETH. You know, quote unquote smaller setups. Now keep these two macro pivots in mind. The one thing I see is an A to a C, and we're probably going to come down lower and put in a lower low to finish that C wave. Now, if this level at 1,071 fails, you can bet your bottom dollar. Is that what the term is? I'm not too familiar. That's kind of a boomer thing for me. But you can definitely bet that the odds of coming down here and breaking that low to complete that larger structure is definitely more probable and in the cards. But I have to take it one setup at a time. So until that low is broken, until that low is broken and doesn't get back above, that's going to be the next setup I'm looking for. It's going to be this here. And possibly that can complete the much larger B wave to complete this A, B to a C. All right, and that's pretty much it for ETH. I'm in a short off of this region here. This red line, not the top red line, the second one. Off of this ABC. And I don't plan on holding it until I get another short setup. Let price do what it do. If I can get a nice long setup to play, you know, against it, that'd be nice. That'd be a hedge position for me. That's the setup I'm looking for. The macro pivot is at that 1178. That's the one I'm primarily going to play. If that smaller setups at this region here, that 1071, I probably will play it just in case. But that's pretty much it for ETH. Let's go on and talk about LTC because this is going to segue into the next thing I want to talk about. So, quick recap on LTC. You have an A to a B to a C here. All right, as long as you're below 6804, that's showing signs of a potential larger reversal. Now, if you go to a much larger time frame, I would say this setup can definitely play out. We get a lower low past $40, $40.55. Let me just change this to red so I don't confuse you guys. All right. And then from there, that's pretty much it. Those are the main pivots to keep an eye on. This setup is already in play. So maybe if you get another higher high, but I'm primarily just going to be playing off of that. If you go down to a smaller time frame, you know, quote unquote smaller, you do have this available ABC here, which I did miss. And that's pretty much it, because once that setup completes, your primary goal after that is to pretty much focus on price action on everything once the setup is, I guess, finished forming, if that makes sense. So what I do is that I can connect this ABC as to one continuous trend. Now what happens here, it's going to be its own separate trend. Now, is that trend this a B wave before continuing up, or is this B wave going, or is this going to be end up being a larger C to complete that larger setup that I mentioned before off of this ABC? We don't necessarily know yet. We're gonna have to see and wait what happens. Wait and see what happens. Wow, that was terrible. So definitely those are the options on the table. Now, unfortunately, I missed out on this LTC entry off of this setup, which is going to segue into the next thing I want to talk about. Guys, I've been trying to figure out something like this for a while. Unfortunately, I'm kind of annoyed because, one, I know some of you guys who do the strategy with me have some issues with it, and I feel like it could be basically, how do I say this? There's a couple different things that are primary issues when it comes to you guys trying to learn ABCs and do this method. One is learning how to identify, and unfortunately that takes practice. You gotta have to stick to a larger time frame, stick to a larger perspective, and just practice. If you guys need help, my DMs are always open. If you guys want interested in learning more, I have my Discord here, which I'm not gonna sit here. Oh, that just spoiled the next thing I want to talk about. I do have my Discord here where you guys have access to tutorial videos. Well, actually, those are the streams. Those are my calls. Where's the tutorial videos here? Basically how to do this, use this method. Basically pretty much A to Z. There's some stuff I pretty much highlighted the majority of what I think is important. I have to go back and just maybe touch up on some things. We also focus on trading psychology. This is probably arguably more important than the actual ABC stuff. And then everything you're going to need that's leverage trading based. I know it's been a while since I updated this. The core leverage trading stuff is pretty pretty straightforward. The trade psychology stuff, I want to go over Trader Tom's book, which that's on my list to do. I'm rereading it again. And then the ABC method is pretty much there. There's a couple things I want to be adding. One of the things is, let's go ahead and segue. Oh, it's not what I wanted. All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about the announcement here. So I've talked about this in the past, and if you guys are from what is STRG? I think he meant to say, like, is it possibly shift or maybe a different key? I'm not sure, but I got the idea of what he was trying to say. But what I was going to say is, one of the other situations that a lot of people will come across and run into using this method is missing entries. Is sometimes they'll have a setup form, they'll have a setup that they can actually identify, and let's say something happens, and primarily when you guys are sleeping. I've been a victim to this a couple times. I wouldn't say I've been pretty on top of it, and unfortunately my sleep schedule hasn't been the best because of it. I'm sorry, I had to change that song. It was a bit too intense for me. Unfortunately, I've been good at setting alarms, waking up, making sure all that, but it's been absolutely messing my sleep schedule. And some people have reached out to me and asked if there's another way. I said, yeah, you could do this, but unfortunately, there's no alternative or solution to that yet. I've been working behind the scenes on trying to figure out a way to help you guys out. I've been trying to come up with this for months. And unfortunately, someone took the idea. I'm not going to say anyone stole anything. Control. Okay, it's control. I'm not saying anyone stole anything. Obviously, it's a method that's been out there. People can adjust things to how they want it to. I wanted to come up with my own version of this, but someone beat me to a different version of this same method. So guys, I'm going to be using this from now on until my version of this is completed, if it can be done. I've been trying to get this going for a little bit while now. Have its own different version of this, but I think this is a great segue or a great start to this idea. And I've been not the biggest fan of trading bots, indicators, and the combination of the two, but what I'm about to show you guys here, I'm still messing around with it, so I know you guys might have some questions, but I think this is going to help you guys a lot. And so this is going to, I'm going to do like a soft announcement of an ABC entry bot, not a trading bot, an entry bot. Okay, so let's just use LTC as an example. We have an A to a B to a C. Now, I myself and I am identifying this, all right? This bot is not going to identify the setups for you. You still have to go onto Tradingview and identify the setups yourself, all right? And from there, I'm going to make a separate tutorial video on this. I'm probably going to do this today, just because in case you guys have any questions for this. And once you identify the short setup in this case, you're going to identify the line, identify the price point, and then you're going to use this tool called TV Hub. Now, Tradingview Hub is basically a bot that creates, you tell it the parameters you want it to use, and from there it generates a piece of code here. And all you're gonna do is copy that, create an alert. All right, I'm just gonna use this as an example because this is not I'm not too familiar with how bots work, but I kind of had the gist of how this works before. Basically, you want to have it crossing down on basically the value at the top of the A, right? In that case, it's 64.25. Make sure you gave yourselves a couple days in advance to give yourself some room so the alert doesn't expire. Make sure you get the webhook in. I'm sure you guys know how to. Most of you guys here definitely know how to do this better than I do, or can figure this out faster than I did. And all you're gonna do is just generate that piece of code. Is it gonna do it? Oh, nope. That was me giving the alerts. It's not gonna work just because, but just give you an example. Paste the code, you hit create, and that's going to create a alert. So basically what'll happen is, let's say LTC is not above that previous A. Now what it's going to do is that you basically program the bot to say, okay, once it gets back above, you're going to set a conditional order to get in on a short just below the price level that you established. And from there, you make sure you turn on prevent pyramiding and making sure all your unit sizes and all that stuff makes sense. I'm just testing it out as of now. Make sure your stop loss is in line. And what it's going to do, it's not going to re-enter you if price does decide to dance around here. If it does get into a situation where you come back above, below, and back above again, if you have prevent pyramiding on, which is this option here, it's going to acknowledge that, hey, you have a position open, and it's not going to re-enter you, because if you guys don't have that on, it's just going to continuously add margin, and you can find yourself getting wrecked with that pretty damn fast. So I'm still testing it, guys. It's not set in stone. I do have a referral link in the description if you guys are interested in checking this out. It is a paid version of this. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be sticking with this as of right now, but to me, this is a great segue, or at least a great in-between step to something that I personally wanted to build. Let's do a subscription. And right now they're having a Black Friday sale. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Why is this asking me to... But basically, there's a discount on it. I believe the original price is $20 a month. I think it's back. I think it's down to like $17 a month, which, to be honest, that saved me a lot of money over the. And that would have saved me a lot of money if I had this bot in the past. Let me just get access to this because this is kind of annoying. Let's see. I know I'm stuffy. Let's see, TV Hub. And if you guys have any questions on the bot and how it works, I have a brief understanding of how it works. I'm not an expert. Like I said, I personally was trying to build something like this, but someone from Kite's Discord, I forgot his name, but are you serious? Everything, no caps. Okay, I got it. So right now it's $15 a month, and if you get the 6 months, $12 a month. Like I said, there is a link down in the description if you guys are interested in doing this. Just to let you know, there is a kickback that comes back to me. I believe it's 15%, and I get 15%. I'll just let you guys know because I don't want to hide anything from you guys. But I also, what's the split? So you guys get 10% discount on that if you use the affiliate link. I'm pretty sure you can combine that with the sale going on, so you guys can get it pretty cheap. As well as, like I said, I get a cut back of that as well. It supports the channel. If you guys are interested, I will come out with a tutorial video after the stream. I will probably release it sometime tonight. And until I can come up with my own version of this, I think this is a good tool to use in case you guys are having issues with getting stopped out in the middle of the night, not getting re-entered, or if you guys are missing out on trades in your sleep. This is a fantastic tool to help you guys out, and I think this could be game changing. I just have to figure out how to work it, and from there, eventually probably come up with my own version of this, because I wish we can integrate it. Make it look nicer on TradingView. It's not a requirement, just because I'm not the biggest fan of bots sometimes. If this ends up being the best way to do it, I'll stick to it. If I can come up with my own version, I'll go ahead and announce that to you guys soon, if that ever does happen. But until then, this is going to be the bot. So, like I said, I'm still experimenting. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Please feel free to ask. Where's my... Love bots, save me a load of losses. Yeah. Definitely, especially like, I think this is gonna be a game changer, especially for those who are not at a computer full time, or someone who works a job and can't necessarily pay attention to price action. You know, and since we focus on larger setups, these setups don't happen too often. So once these setups do arrive, all you have to do is figure out a quick way to set it up and just let the bot do it on its own. You might have to adjust. I might have to adjust the way it approaches risk. I might just see if there's a better way to do that. I haven't really messed around with this too much, but unfortunately you will have to trade, or you will have to adjust your risk as if in case you do get stopped out multiple times. Well, the alert trigger if I shut down my desktop. I have TradingView app in my phone too. Pratish, it should still work. So as long as it's set up with TradingView and you link the API to your exchange, it should work because it's saved. The alert saves on TradingView, especially if you can access it through your phone. That'll be perfect. So it should work. Because I set it up for a ETH, for this ETH entry. So you guys can see, the code, this giant code, a line of code that comes up. So I pretty much have it set up to where if ETH can get back above 1178, it's going to enter. Hopefully I did everything right and it does work. Everything's pretty straight up. Let's see. No fly zone. Hey man, how you doing? One quick question about BTC. What about the daily level at 1294? What? 12,940, which was broken, retested, and then continued raising price last time we were at those levels. Plus, it coincides with ABC if we go by theory with the pullback to a B is to where the C will land. Is 12,940 the correct number? No fly zone. I might have to go back to... I just want to make sure you type that in right. Are you talking about... Oh, 12,937 on Coinbase pair. Are you talking about this high? Or are you talking about like the projections from the A to a B to a C? Oh, okay, I messed up my thing. Cool, that lines up. Because if you're going based off of that, the only thing I would say is, I know we've talked about it on Discord last week. I know I talked about A plus B equals C. So let's be 1.5. That's the first target that was reached. So let's see. Yes, let's see. The high made a daily level. So I do acknowledge that the primary reason why I necessarily don't look at these is because my train of thought is I look at previous local lows. Now, local highs and local lows differ between each trend, obviously, but pretty much what local highs and local lows are for me and how I define them are highs and lows based off of trends that break, right? So to me, this is one continuous trend. Unfortunately, it did break here, so I have to mark out the high and the low. All right, that's a high, that's a low. And so I'll try to do this as best I can. So this was a new trend. There. This is gonna be a local high. This is gonna be a low. So the reason why I don't look at local highs is because it's everything before. If I'm trying to find the best way to explain it. With local highs, more to the back, not that one. This one? Let me know if I am on the right track. Yeah, okay. Go to 1 day view. Okay. I see what you're saying. It's possible. Because the only thing I'm thinking of is, let's say, okay, so I primarily go off of local lows. I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, when price breaks resistance, you want it to come down and test support. And in this area, it never really officially came back down and tested a support. 20K was, you know, came back, tested support, failed. So now I know exactly what you're talking about as a confirmed breakout, because this is more of one continuous trend. The reason why I wouldn't necessarily count this is because this is part of one larger trend. Now, when I do these primarily based off of local lows, just because it's the most relevant price action before it. So I like to compare markets from trends from the most previous trend, if that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain this. But this is the bear market, which we're currently in now. And then before that, this was the bull market. Well, actually, no, this was the bull market, sorry. I consider this entire trend a bull market. Now, obviously, it didn't break the 20K top yet. Let me just change this to green. All right. So when bear markets come into play, the best supports that I have found based off previous price action are the lows of the previous trend. Okay. Now, the reason why I don't necessarily count the highs is because price has already tested these highs. Price never really has tested these lows that it created up during the bear market. The 29K low was tested. The 16K low here was tested. The next low to consider being tested as of right now, if 16K doesn't hold, is at 9.8K. All right, that's the best way for me to explain it. Let me... Oh. Here, I'll pull it up on here separate. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. So that's based off of an actual A to a B to a C target. Now, do you use the trend... what is this? The trend-based fib extension tool? Or do you just use the regular fib tool to calculate that? To use the regular fib. I want to see this for myself. Now, just keep in mind, I necessarily don't trade this way anymore. A to a B just came up to around like the 0.5. A little bit before. Yeah, all right, so to me, since it came a little bit shy of the 0.5, I'm going to kind of guesstimate a certain range. And that kind of fits around that 13K. Regular fib 44%. Where's my zero line? There you go. I was wondering where my zero line went. 44%. Oh, I see. Okay, I think I'm doing this wrong. Okay, yeah, I did this wrong. So if that's the case, A plus B, and then the C is going to equal the extension of 44%. So I need to do this. 1.39. Or is it 66? I'm really bad at this sometimes. That's why I... No, it'd be 60... It'd be 56%. Okay. So yeah, I would consider this more of a range. Now, just keep in mind that this is a good possible target as a broad range. All right. I wouldn't necessarily take this to heart, no-fly zone, just because there's situations to where sometimes it doesn't necessarily happen. I think that's a good way to view, give yourself like a ballpark idea of where price can go. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of taking profits or relying solely on that. Just because there's certain situations that sometimes it doesn't necessarily work out. And I remember correctly when we talked about this, I was able to pretty much pinpoint targets based off of the ABCs. Now, using that method, you can get pretty spot on sometimes, pretty close. But I don't like to necessarily try to predict exactly where price is going. Of course, I'm waiting for the flip after passing A, but we'll wait until it's clear where we are going. Yeah. Still in the short, of course. Yeah, that's the way to... I think it's good to keep in mind no-fly zone. I think you're on a good path. I just wouldn't necessarily put too much emphasis and weight on that level to be tested, because there's going to be some situations to where you might not get it. And to me, it's better to play... I would personally play in the continuation setup of how we've been playing this. I don't know if I went over that. But basically is that you wait for continuations of trends to go ahead and re-enter and, well, take profit and re-enter off of different or a newer short setup. For example, you would short here, take profit, enter here, take profit, and then enter here. And eventually, if we can get one down here, I'll go ahead and re-enter that down here if we do get a continuation. Or even if we come up here and get that higher high put in past 18K, then I'll go ahead and try to short that as well, keeping in mind that target. Have you been reading the book? Thank you. Of course, buddy. Not yet. Okay. It's a tough read, man. Like I said, it's a tough read. I had to go over it. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? You did DM me. Shit. I am so sorry. I actually might be able to find a free version for you. I know we went back and forth a little bit. I stopped answering. I'm so sorry. I lost with something else that came up. Maybe do I have it saved in my computer? Let me just check something. Maybe if I search up. I'll find it for you. Oh, I think I got it. Yes, I have it. Okay. Let me... How do I... Here, I'm just gonna turn my screen quick just because I don't want something to pop up. I'm still here, folks. Just give me 1 second. I just wanted to just pull something up quick, just to make sure no information comes up. All right, cool. We're good. All right. I will send it to you. Where is... I want the emojis. View group info. Here we go. Files. Harmonic Elliott wave. This one. All right. All right, let me find you on Discord. All right, if you guys have any other questions for me, please let me know. I'm just trying to hook someone up with a book here. Where is it? Downloads. No, it's a different drive. There it is. Can I just drag it? Oh, yes. All right, take a look at your DMs. No fly zone. That should be it. Let me know if it works for you. Many thanks. Of course, buddy. No problem. But you're off track. Sorry, man. Worry about it later. No, I figured if I didn't do it now, I would have forgot about it. And I would have felt bad. 'Cause I know you asked for it before. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions for me, it could be about any coin. It could be setups. It could be the bot. I mean, that's something new to talk about. All right, guys. Let's see, an hour. We can hang out here for a little bit more. If you guys have any other questions for me, I'm gonna play Wordle while I wait. Let's do. Great start. No C, no L, no U, no D. The O is in a different spot. No, there's no D. No, it's that O is in the same spot. What do you guys think? If you guys are watching, if you guys watch Kite stream and you're here now, don't ruin it for me. I'm not gonna look at chat. This is a tough one. Trying to think of something that has vowels in it. Let's try Boxer. All right, there's an accident. That was a chance. I don't know why that came up. What the fuck? There's an X? There's not too many words that start with an X. There's no B. No. There's no E. Ox. There's no B. I wanted to say inbox, but it's not. There's no B. The O and X are not in that spot. So let's see. Boxer. I was gonna say toxic, but toxic has a C in it. But it's also in the same two spots as well. Something that has an OX, but not in the first two spots. Like maybe is proxy a word? No. I'm not gonna get this. I have no idea, folks. I am absolutely clueless. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking inbox, but no B. Botox, there's no. Are there any setups besides BTC, LTC, and ETH that you are waiting for? To be honest, because I switched up the way I'm entering my trades, I'm primarily using 3% risk, 3% stop loss on chart. And so the caveat to me doing that is that I'm primarily just focusing on those three. I could go over some coins if you want. Is there anything particular you had in mind? I can do like a quick little run through, see if I find anything. I see nothing. If you're waiting for a bullish, actually, I don't know about Matic. Matic and okay, so I'll go back to Matic. Matic, you do have the primary ABC, the larger one here. All right, and then from there you're gonna identify that as a short. That's the macro short or a larger short. So I would be cautious taking longs just because we're under that level. The only thing I can see to play devil's advocate is this setup here. But it's not the greatest one in my opinion. I go to maybe like a 30-minute, might get a better picture. Yeah. So just, I'll draw this one as a possible bullish setup. But, I mean, it's I don't know. Primarily, I don't necessarily want to... I'm not saying that I'm recommending this. I just personally don't think... I think the shorts outweigh the longs. That makes sense. The bearish pressure is definitely stronger than the bullish side of, or the bullish momentum. So if anything, I would wait for that to form and possibly take that. That's a possibility. You said dot as well. Look at dot. All right, dot's got something interesting. Let's look at the major picture, see if there's any levels. All right, so the macro level for dot to me would be that 603, and that's based off of this ABC. All right, I would say if you want to try to play into that, I would primarily focus on this setup here at 565, and that's based off of this setup here. Now you do have that smaller one there. I primarily I don't think I would take that. I'll probably wait for the 565. You could if you want. That does fit the 30-minute parameter. Just keep in mind, you know, things can get messy here. So just be careful with that. So yeah, that's primarily it. There's those short setups. Those are the main place for dot. You said detox. All right, that was a good guess, Pratish. What the heck? That's such a weird. We tried X. Look at this. You have XXX. So the X has to be in the first two. I feel like we haven't tried anything with A's. Is there anything that starts with an A? Is that a word? Well, it can't be because the X is not in that spot. I haven't tried anything. Is there anything that starts with an A? AX. Well, what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. We haven't tried any I's. Is this a word? Maybe like an N or an M? Have we tried N? I feel like that axiom. We got it. Wow. No flying zone got it. I was leaning towards an N or an M. But the reason why is just like it's like problem solving. Like try to figure out the X was not in any of three spots, so it had to be the first or the second. I didn't think there's a word. Xerox was a good one, but I don't know if there was be two X's. We tried E already. E didn't work. We tried R. That didn't work. So I was like, AX, and then the O is here, so it's I. I thought I was a good one because it was a vowel. A statement or a proposition which is regarded as being established, accepted, or self-evidently true. Okay. I guess that is a word. You'll never ever catch me speaking that sophisticatedly. I'm just some dumb kid on the internet. God, I feel like taking a nap. Ugh. I went to the gym for the first time in probably like 6-7 months, probably. Last time I went to the gym, it was like just getting warm out. like spring. Me and my one friend Josh, if you ever, I know Josh watches my streams every once in a while. If you see this, I hope you're doing good, man. He fucked up his back in a very funny way. I'm not gonna go ahead and that's his story to tell. And ever since then, we just haven't gone back. And then, you know, I've been trying to do. That's when I kind of like started picking up on the YouTube channel, doing that more. Yeah, it goes right around like March, April, I would say. And then, so what is that? Let's say March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, so 8 months, 7-8 months since I've been to the gym. It felt good. I could already tell. I went very light. I was trying to work my way up back to like the weights the numbers I was using. And I could tell, like, I tried like upping the weight. I started with like a baseline. I knew, like, for example, like I can bench it. I know for a fact I can bench 135 for reps all day. Started at that. I was like, I was easy. I put on 155, easy. Did like 10. Then I bumped it up to like 175. Yeah, 175. And, you know, I used to be able to bench my body weight at the time. It was like 210, 215 for sets, like extended sets of like 8 to 10 reps all day. That was my peak primal condition. That's when I was actually pretty strong. I'm a strong guy, but I'm stronger than most people. But doing 175 was like kind of tough. I'm like, God damn. And then I pretty much did like, I did like a little bit of everything. Usually I like to split up. I'll do like a push-pull legs. So anything pushing related, bench, shoulders, you know, chest, shoulders. What else is pushing? Quads. And then I'll do pull. So like anything, all things back related, hamstring, glutes. But the legs, I would only do like a set or two. And then I'll have it like a leg day primarily. Or I'll just do a push-pull. I remember I switched it up. I just did push-pull, break, push-pull, break, push-pull, break. So all things. So I basically would train legs twice. Actually, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, or 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I would train legs like 4 times out of the week. But I would only do a little bit just to get some stimulation. So, yeah, just got back, and I plan on going back more, especially now that I have more time. One of the biggest reasons why I kept putting it off was because I would drive 30 minutes from work every day. Then I would stream twice a week. And then from there, by the time I'm streaming, I'm like dead tired from working all day. Main excuse not to go. And he's like, you know what? It's cold out, but screw it. We're going to go out and work out today. So today's Monday. I'm probably going to hit the gym again Wednesday. Thursday, I mean, for those of you in the United States, Thanksgiving. I'm not sure if you guys in Europe celebrate anything similar to Thanksgiving. I think it's just an American thing, to be honest. Yeah, it's definitely an American thing. Yeah, it's definitely an American thing, for sure. Yeah, because it's based on when... Am I stupid? Yeah, it's when they're basically celebrating the slaughtering of... No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it was when the Pilgrims celebrated the first harvest in the New World in 1621. Yeah, so that's only an American thing. I'm so stupid. How will you make Kite buy a BMW instead of a Mercedes? Pratheesh, I have tried. I've sent him pictures of so when I used to work for BMW, we would get, and he loves like the big cars, like the big. That's not my thing. I personally like the smaller cars better because they're faster and it doesn't take as much power to get the same results or the same speeds. But his car is massive. I've sat in his car. It's gorgeous, but it's a boat. Okay, if you're watching this, that thing was an absolute boat. And so I try to get him to like look at a 7 Series or like an M5, but he's not like me. Like, I want a car that's good looking and fast. His car is definitely a luxurious ride. That is not necessarily my speed. I would definitely have that in a rotation of cars. If I did have a rotation, like I would have like a fast car, a daily car, and something that's like comfortable in. Like his car is, I would say his car is more meant for other people to drive him. That makes sense. It's like a 7 Series. A 7 Series, those kind of cars you get driven in. You don't drive. So, I tried Pratheesh. Maybe someday in the future. The thing is, I would, if I bought a BMW, it wouldn't be an M5. If I bought an M5 and brought it over to him, and he probably would like it. But he also likes the technology inside Mercedes is definitely a lot more innovative than BMW. But BMW is an overall driving. It's about the driving experience. And to me, I think he likes that a lot more than he likes the luxurious parts, the technology parts versus like the actual driving experience. So I've tried, maybe one day, but yeah, BMW and Porsche for drive, absolutely, yeah. For ultimate driving experience, I would get a Porsche all day. The problem is it's a 2-seater and you're spending $100+ grand for a mid-engine car. Which, in my opinion, there's better solutions, but Porsche is definitely the best built for driving. Like, those cars are meant to be absolutely like pushed to the limits, which you can't do on the streets. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. I forgot to do something. Let's see if I can. Might be too late for me. Oh, maybe not. All right, folks, we've been here for about an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for today just because I have some stuff I want to do. I see, I'd rather spend money for a Thailand massage than spending it for massage seats in Mercedes. Jesus Christ. Pratheesh, you say that, but I'll tell you what, though. It's the little things. Like, I'll be honest, his car, like sitting in the passenger seat, was like absolutely amazing. You got so much leg room. The massage seats were phenomenal. The bolsters that basically holds your back in, they moved as the car was turning. So like if the car, let's say he turned it left, your body, he turned it right, your body would shift left, and the bolster on that side that your body would shift would basically pump up. So to basically keep you planted in the seat. It's the little things like that that I think is awesome. I love that. But if I can get that in an M2 or like a smaller car that goes fast, absolutely would prefer that. That's just me though. But on that note, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Should I call it? What do you guys think? Should I stick around and see if we can get that? See if we can try to catch this dump. I just realized price is dumping. You guys want to hang out? Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's stick around for a little bit. We're gonna stick around for a little bit. We'll see if we can get this setup going. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to set up the bot for you guys live and basically show you the Because MC is still on BTC short. Who's MC? Market Cipher? Crypto Face is still shorting? What do you mean by that, Pratheesh? Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to set up this bot live. Okay, Crypto Face, yeah. Why is it every time I try to do that, it just makes its own separate tab? Can I not just combine? All right, well, I'm going to set up this. I'm going to show you guys how to do this live. All right, so all you're going to do is you're going to find the absolute low of the wick. All right, create alert. All right, and then you want to do crossing up every time. And then from there, you're going to delete the bottom messaging here. Then you're going to keep this open. You're going to open up the tab here. You're going to go to pair BTC USDT. You're gonna use absolute value. Oh, why is this not working? It should show you the balance here. It's not gonna work if it doesn't show you a balance. You want BTC USDT. Okay, there, it took a second. Use absolute values, make sure I'm not missing out. Okay. All right, and from there, you got to go use absolute value. Units, it's going to automatically set up on its own. Let me go ahead and move my fat head. Let's see. All right. And then cost, use fixed size. Your cost is going to be height. Yeah, this is gonna be right. So in this case, it's gonna be 1340. Yes, guys, the account, the leftover margin. I'm in such heavy profit. The leftover margin's only a 335. I know. So you're gonna hit cost as the portfolio size 1340. Or sorry, the margin size. Making sure your leverage is the same, isolated. Shut up, Siri. Then you're going to highlight stop loss, and then you're gonna set it to whatever stop loss on chart. It's gonna be 3%. Make sure prevent pyramiding here is on. All right, that should be right. Yeah, the price doesn't matter because it's going to go trigger based off of the trade or the actual set value that you set on the alert. Right, and then prevent pyramiding. Everything else should be good. Yeah, make sure your stop loss is on. No DCA. Absolute value. All right, you're gonna hit generate. It's gonna generate this piece of code. Copy it. Then you're gonna go back. Tradingview. Copy that message down here. All right. And then create. All right, so now what this should do is once price gets back below and comes back up, it should re-enter me in the trade. And make sure it's on every time. Make sure you give yourself a couple days in advance. So I'm going to say like, let's say a week. And then save. And let's see if this works. And now what's going to happen is I'm going to pull up Bybit separately to see if this works. We're getting close, folks. I was just about to log off for the night. There we go. So now, all right, it should have entered. Let me just double check Bybit. If not, I'm going to be a sad boy. Derivatives, USDT. Let's see if it did it. Yep, look at that. So entries at 15,473. Beautiful. Look at this, folks. It did it for me. Entries at 473. I didn't have to do anything. And so now, instead of it actually creating a stop loss on the active side here, it's going to create a separate conditional to exit me at 15,008. So make sure that's right. Shit, I gotta alert the crew. Fuck. I fucked up here. Hopefully we can get a retest. Guys, the bot works. That was a fan. I got a really good entry. 1473, 15,473. That's just above. That's definitely faster than I would have done it. Let's do. Oh, I was gonna let my people know first. If you guys are gonna get first dibs to this. If you guys join the Discord, the bot so far is doing pretty well. I'm happy with the entry it got me. What about ETH? I have so many tabs. Did ETH do anything? Stay away from EMW. That car is only worth buying new. And if that's the option, better buy a Vag or Merc. See, I agree with you, No Fly Zone. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Oh, Volkswagen Group. Really, Audi? I think Audi's like Audi and Volkswagen are like the shittiest. I think they're the worst. I could be wrong. I worked for BMW for a couple years, and like my opinion, I'm sure Volkswagen has gotten better over the years, but I owned like an early 2000 like Volkswagen. I know Audis have had similar problems. I'm sure they got better over time. Yeah, Porsche is supreme. Porsche is top tier. I absolutely agree with you on that. But my thing with BMWs is only buy them if you're going to buy them new. I agree, because of the warranties. And as soon as your warranty's up, if you can't get extended coverage on that, sell it. Sell it. It's not worth it. That's my opinion on BMWs. Let's see. All use the same parts, just better quality. Yeah, I agree. It's the same thing with like between BMW Mini. Rolls Royce uses. Is it Rolls Royce? Is it Rolls Royce or is it Bentley that uses BMW? It's one of those. It's the same concept. Edwin, it's good to see you, buddy. It's been a very long time since I've seen you on here. I know you reached out to me on Discord. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. There's been a lot that's been going on over the last couple of weeks. I'm not trying to be like Debbie Downer or anything, but recently got fired from my job, or I guess got let go from my job. So now I've decided to pursue this full time, as well as, luckily I have other means to, hold myself afloat. So I'm not doing so bad. But yeah, it's definitely been an experience. I definitely like this lifestyle a lot better. It gives you a lot more freedom. I'm not tied to a shitty minimum wage job anymore. Well, yeah, I'm just about minimum wage. So I've been doing good, but I'm glad to see you're here, Edwin. I know you've been watching. You watched me in the past. I know you've been gone for a while, but I'm glad to see you're doing well. Let's see. I got a Skoda Superb a few weeks ago. Great car, same chassis as A6, all the same parts, just different interior rolls. Oh, okay. I'm not too familiar with them. Okay, so it is Rolls per Thieves. I thought it was Bentley for some reason, but it's Rolls Royce. Doing well, sir. Glad you were too. Gasoline one, of course. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, some of the European manufacturers, like, I know a lot of them use generically the same stuff. Let's see. I'm staying afloat too. Not too worried. It's been wild. I hear you, Edwin. I hear you. It's been crazy. Hope you're doing all right, though. Hope everyone's doing all right. I can't believe this bot actually did a really good job at entering my position. Edwin, if you're not familiar, no fly zone. Oh, this is interesting. The front looks like a Buick. The rear looks like a it looks like a Volkswagen. It actually, yeah, it looks like a, I could see the Volkswagen in there. Different rims, but the same. Okay. For some reason, this looked like a Buick to me. I hope that's not insulting. That's cool, man. We don't have anything like that here in the US. I'm sorry, we don't have. But then US based on like in 3.6 it up. That's true. We do like the big motors. A 2.0 280. Is that naturally aspirated or turboed? It's gotta be turboed. Gear reg is pricey. Twin turbo. Okay, that's what I figured. I'm sure it's quick, man. I'm sure the gas mileage ain't too bad on that either. Let's see. Tobias, good evening. How you doing? How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for stopping by. What's your price target for this ABS? So, I'm taking this one level at a time, Tobias. Pretty much things are looking good, but the possibility of a reversal is here. Not saying this is going to be it. Oh, for this ABC, I got you. That's what I figured you said. If this ABC plays out, I'm potentially looking for a much larger upswing to the upside, just because a part of me thinks that everyone right now is bearish. Everyone thinks that we're going to go down to 10K. So the devil advocate, the other side of me, wants to say, you know what? We definitely have a good. Let me move my head again. We definitely have that in itself, as long as with the setup, is a good indication that we could possibly reverse. Not saying that we're going to. I'm not saying that we can't go to 10K. We absolutely can go lower. I just personally have to take that into consideration, and I'm taking it level by level, setup by setup. If this setup fails, absolutely, this is the last line of defense before I'm starting to lean more on the side of BTC going down towards that 10K region. If this ABC can hold, that's gonna be great. I am taking a trade off of that. I did get entered, so we'll have to see what happens in the future. But until then, I'll go back to BTC. I'll kind of show you why I think that way. Yeah, even Coinbase putting that lower low. So if I go to Coinbase, all right, the reason why I'm primarily looking for like that 10 to 12K, like that kind of bigger range, is based off of local lows. All right, first we had that low at 28K, which we came back down, tested, and before putting in that higher high. Then if you go back and basically look at the pullbacks in the bull run, the next pullback was at 16.2K, which, you know, we're currently under right now. And so if that breaks, you know, we're currently, if this doesn't hold, if we can't get back above that, definitely a sign to be a little bit more bearish. And then pretty much if that fails, and if this ABC fails that we just talked about, the only thing left is going to be that 9.8K. That's the most likely that's the most possible next region to test. Just because there's no area of support here. Now, I know there's different highs, and some people have mentioned that to me. I will keep that in consideration. But primarily, I look for local lows off of previous trends. And, you know, using that logic, if 9.8K fails, then you have to go to 8.8K. And then if that fails, there's nothing to, like, that 3K dump, the Corona dump. I don't think it's going to get that crazy. I've been wrong before, but I honestly don't think it's going to get that low. So just to give you in mind, just to keep that in mind, Tobias, I am currently still short. I'm holding it, but I'm also going to take this long just in case. If this region, if this area of support fails, then I think 10K, that 12 to 10K becomes more and more likely. So keep that in mind. Let's see. It's okay. 8.2 liters on 100 kilometers. Don't know miles per gallon. I'm bad at math either. 8.2 liters. So what's... Oh, so you're getting like, that's crazy. Well, let's see my Kilometers to miles. I just want to make sure my math's right. All right, so you're getting like 31 miles per gallon. That's not bad at all. I think the math on that's right. Because you gave me the 8.2 liters, which is 2.1 gallons. Just divide that by 2. The 100 kilometers is 62 miles. Divide that by 2, so about 31 miles per gallon. I think my logic's right. That's great for this beast. Yeah, especially if you're running a 2.0 twin turbo for 280 horsepower. That's pretty solid. That's pretty good, actually. Especially if you're getting that amount of MPG as well. I wish we had cars like that here in the US. That is true, buddy. That is true. But yeah, Tobias, I entered off of that smaller EBC. I got in at 15.473. So let's see how that holds. That's pretty spot on, guys. To be honest, that did a better job. I mean, I don't know how the conditional would have went, but a conditional definitely would have got me a little bit higher. But it looks like it market ordered as soon as the signal went off. I just want to see something. Yeah, that's pretty spot. That's actually right. Hold on, let me make sure. $10.05. Yeah, wow. The bot did a really good job. Fingers crossed. We'll see. You know me, I'm okay with either direction. I will play the long side. Primarily, you know, like I said, we have to take it level by level. The shorts are doing decent, so let's see what happens. But yeah, guys, this bot works pretty damn good. I like it so far. Links in the description. I know, I'm sorry if I'm shilling it. I just like this. I like this tool. I think this could be a game changer for some people. To be honest, like I can set this up and I can go back to working a job and not have to worry about doing this if I really wanted to. I also have to figure out a way to set it up on my phone. If I can figure out a way to do this on mobile, which I'll probably come out with a tutorial on how to do that after the stream, I'll go ahead and try to look into doing that on your phone. You won't even have to be at your computer. You also have to be able to copy the code, switch over. You should be able to input the code on the mobile. Let me just double check that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys could see this, but where my finger is, or it's this way, where my finger is, that's the input slot for the code. Please show the current conditional order again. From the bot or from... Because the conditional on Bybit, Prithish, instead of it inputting a stop loss, the bot doesn't put a stop loss here. It goes off... It sets a separate conditional to close the long, if that makes sense. It says it sends a close order. So you know how usually we would set, like you could see here for this ETH, I manually set a stop loss for this. Same thing with this. I manually set a stop loss. Instead of the bot putting a stop loss in, it just puts a closed trade conditional. If that makes sense. Let me just make sure. What was the price? I put it at 75. Now, if you really wanted to, what was... So 14,490, 14,995 and a half. Let's check how accurate that is. So what was the entry? Entry was at 15,473. I just want to see how this looks on the chart. See if the bot did well. 15,473. Entry 3. The stop loss was at 15,004. And then the other one, well, what does the other one say? All right, well, it's setting a 3% stop loss regardless, so that input value is not going to be accurate. I have to go based off of the conditional. 15,008 and a half. 15,008.5. That's a 3% exactly. I'm curious what this would be. 14,995. Well, 14,995.5. So actually, the conditional that the bot gave is actually more accurate than the stop loss suggestion for Bybit. I got it, Johnny. Yeah, no, I'm sure I explained it, but I just wanted to see for myself how accurate it was. You know, how accurate the conditional was compared to the traditional method, how we do this and setting our own stop loss. It seems like the bot, it actually gives a more exact representation of the stop loss versus just going off of what Bybit puts as a suggestion. I actually like that a lot. What was it? 15,008.5. Yeah, that's exactly 3%. That's phenomenal. And we just ride this to the moon. So now I can delete. Make sure also, guys, if you do this, delete the prior setups. So for example, for me, I'm deleting that because I'm not going to re-enter off of a different setup. This is working out fantastic, though. I'm actually very impressed. All right, folks. I know we were on here for a little bit. The trade got entered. We got caught some good price action. We actually got to set up live for once, and I didn't have to do anything. I set up the bot beforehand. The bot did its job. It got a great entry. It set up the exact stop loss that I needed. And so I can definitely like how this is performing. If you guys are interested in setting this up You guys have a 7-day free trial. There is a link in the description. It is an affiliate code. It does help me out. If you guys are interested in signing up for it. I'm gonna go ahead and make a tutorial video after this, how to set it up. But so far, so good. I actually really like the way how this turned out. See if I can pull it up again. Here. So basically, I use this to. Can I switch between windows? Yeah. So I use a. Now remember, guys, this bot is a semi-automated bot. All right. This will not find ABCs for you. You still have a obligation, and your job is to find. But how can we do conditional close manually? So if you want to do that manually, go over to. Let me move my head. I'll show you how to do it, Pratish. Running diary. Thank you. Hello. How you doing? How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for stopping by. Are we doing well? Oh, was that too late where you are? Let me show. I'm just going to show ahead. Show ahead. I'm going to go ahead and show. You'll know you get wrecked in this market conditions, right? I have to play it based off of setups and probabilities. I'm playing both sides. So yes, there is a chance that we can definitely continue further. I'm personally giving my trades a larger stop loss to give price more room to breathe. I don't know why that was such a tongue twister for me. I'm not playing the aggressive stop losses that I'm not familiar. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the channel Running Diary, but I play a certain method. I used to be a little bit more aggressive with the setups. I'm giving price a little bit more room to breathe now. So just in case, to protect myself from the additional, of course, more downside for BTC. Have you seen like the 5-year chart or whatever? Come back and buy in early 2024. Don't be ignorant of reality. See, what if I play devil's advocate? You know, everyone and their mother is bearish right now. Usually when people are the most bearish are the times when the market likes to flip on people. You don't have enough money to make it worthwhile staring at charts all day. Just truth. I'm doing just all right, man. Here to free minds. I mean, you have an interesting perspective. I could definitely say that. You have to go based off of price action and what price gives you. I think price can definitely take its sweet time playing in an extended range. I don't necessarily think that it's gonna go to zero or yeah. And if like I'm shorting, if you don't believe me, I'm shorting from 2150. So if price goes to zero, Running Diary, I'll be doing just fine. I'll be all right. That entry is off of here. So if BTC wants to go to 5K, I'll be all right. And plus, I have a majority of my capital that I made during the bull run in USDT/cash right now. Great. When it wakes up 2K over a weekend, wrecked for margin call. I don't use margin. I use leverage, and I mean I have stop losses in set, so I have a set amount that I'm going to lose. I'm in a long, so if price wants to go up 2K in one candle, I'll win both. I'll win regardless. I appreciate you looking out for me though. You don't have enough to cover shorts or longs that are worthwhile. That's the truth. I do, because it's not traditional markets where it's based on margin calls. One mine at a time. I get you, man. I know there's definitely cause for concern, but the way I play things, I'm playing both sides. Dude, are you trolling or just making jokes? I find this interesting. deadly serious, friend. I mean, hey, some people are concerned, and I get that. But, you know, unfortunately, I hate to break this to you, but I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, but most of the people who are in this space suck. I'm not saying I'm the best. I have my moments where I could play situations better, but I do just fine. I bought Ethereum when it was at $400, cashed out majority of it when it got up to around like that 4,000 mark. Pretty much sold the top, sprinkled a little bit, and I'm just waiting to, hey, if I can get an entry back at $400, $300, I'll be set. I'll be doing just fine. But let's see. Sounds like someone got wrecked. Maybe he got emotional trading. I mean, you're saying that because you saw other people say that in other conversations and you thought it was a winning one-liner. It isn't. It's lame. Are you referring to what someone else said in chat? Yeah, I think they're going back and forth. You need to break free from BTC, ETH, etc. Come back in 2024. All right, guys. All right, take it easy on him. If he is trolling, like, you know, let him do his thing. I'm gonna not be a dickhead and say he's, you know, trying to actually, you know, look out. So, Running Diary, I really do appreciate you. You know what you need. I think you need to have an open mind and learn a good system. If you can trade a good system, you'll be all right in this market. Set good risk parameters for yourself. There's a lot of things you can do. Running Diary, if you're having, let's see, the balls to risk in high risk, low cap with big upside. I do not have balls for that, unfortunately. I'm sticking with the big three: ETH, BTC, and LTC. So that's majority what I play. I do look for setups on. You won't make it being all safe and cuddly with BTC. Well, I'm a good example. My best friend, a good friend of mine, Kite's a great example. He's made more money. We made more money playing BTC than most of you guys did playing small alts. So I'm also trolling, man. It's fun. Since started trailing, big casts won a lot more. Just spreading truth. Hey, man, you could be right. Running Diary, if you're right, man, I'll love for you to come back and, you know, spread the message. I'm not gonna just, I'm not gonna just automatically say that someone's trolling. And if you have a voice, go for it. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay watching the sats drift away, wasting time. Hey, man. At least you got a good view. Like I said, I'm doing just fine. Running Diary. If you ever come across a situation where you're losing money, regardless of what side you're playing, I invite you to come by again, ask more questions. I'll definitely be able to point you in the right direction. If you're really interested, I'll go ahead and show you my stuff. I teach a particular method how to become a good trader on my Discord page. That is a paid group. Feel free to go ahead and check out the Patreon link. It's only $50 a month, man. If you're serious, sign up. I'll work with you personally and see if we can get you on the right track. You know, I haven't had that much experience in this game, but what I've learned has definitely been more important, and I didn't have to go through all the junk to get to this point. I basically skipped a lot of steps that most traders unfortunately experience. Haha, you'll be dead before you have enough money to make enough money with BTC ETH. I mean, I don't want to get into particular numbers, but let's just say I have enough I'll just say this. I was able to take a bonus from most people's paychecks and turn that into a top 10% income earning. Doing the math, seriously. Well, I mean, I turned $2,000 into over 6 figures, and that money not even being mine. Unless you're going to live at 888 years, unlikely. I mean, if things play out well, I'm probably gonna be doing pretty well on the flip side if this bull market decides to pump up. I got money in other things as well that I'm working on. So crypto has allowed me to expand my ventures. Let's see. Depends, at least for most people I know. This is a side hustle, not their everyday thing. Yeah, most people can't do this full time. And those who made it there just make it their main job. They get money out, invest in safer places. See, no fly zone is exactly what I did. I made a good amount of money up front, and then now I'm basically diversifying. I'm working on different things, so not all my money's in crypto anymore. No, this is a hobby, not a hustle. I didn't see conditional close option and Bybit page. Safe places, hype and chat. You guys are absolutely going crazy. How incredibly fulfilling. Hit the likes, good for you. Thank you, No Fly Zone. That's why, like, I prioritize security over profit. I'm going to hit the like button just because I'm happy to be here, freeing minds. Running Diary, hey man, I'm sure you have a serious message to get across. I really do appreciate you stopping by. You know, I'm not going to be. I'm not sure if you're joking or not. I'm sure you're serious at some point. But I'm happy. I'm happy you're here. Thank you so much for chatting it up. 8 lucky number, yay me. I'm always for opposite views. It's free. Thank you, Josh V. I appreciate you, buddy. Running Diary, if you have any questions for me, man, please feel free to ask. We're just here hanging out. I'm playing both sides. Like I said, I'll be doing all right. But advocating views is the best way to find the right answer. Exactly, No Fly Zone. The worst thing you can do as a person is be ignorant and keep a closed mind. That's the reason why I got to the point where I am now. Is that I was so dead set on certain ways that I failed to adapt and to learn. And then one day I came back and I was like, you know what? I should probably rethink the way I approach certain things. And it's been a never-ending good experience for me. Some bumps in the road, but overall, being open to learn is what caused me to get to a certain point. And I invite everyone to do the same thing. So Johnny is clearly a cool dude and all. Love you, Johnny Crypto. Appreciate you, buddy. But is there anyone among you with a diamond balls to ask for high risk, low cap to trade? Is there anyone among you with diamond balls to ask? No, I don't really associate any. Oh, you are shilling. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't play with high risk, low cap coins. I don't know anyone who does. No, did you see a shill for any crypto? Just a question. No, I did not see anything. Besides, like, the occasional Doge, and but mostly it's a meme. It's a joke between us as traders. We don't take any of those high risk, low cap coins seriously. Just because of the style that how I trade, it doesn't necessarily advocate for the system that I use. So for me, I had no reason to trade. The sale method where you make another guy ask the oldest trick in the book. I can give you one, I can give you 5, but I won't. Hey man, this is not necessarily, I don't necessarily advocate for that kind of stuff. So even if you were to suggest something, if it's on Tradingview, I'll take a look, but I'm not going to be, my money is best suited elsewhere. Find yourself one, maybe one day. Just saying low cap, high risk. Hey man, we did a challenge at Kite's channel where we found like these shitcoin projects, and all we did was aim to make 200%, move on to the next one. I remember turning like $100 into like $600-700 in like 2 weeks just by buying and selling crap coins. But that was a different time, different market. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. If you're serious about taking the risk to make it, I am not. Better not, so the other guys don't funnel money in a maybe. Unfortunately, running diary, you're not gonna get. I don't advocate for high risk, low cap coins. I don't think anyone here is interested in that. That's just not what we do here. Like I said, if it's on Tradingview, I'll take a look and see if I can give you my perspective based on technicals. But I don't. That's all. You can't even. I don't even invest seriously into anything that's like top 10. Let's see. WTF is Pulse Doge anyway? Is that real? It's a complete joke. Running diary. It's just a garbage meme coin that, you know, it's just like ape coin and all that. Don't worry, your diamond balls can come and buy. Prestige. Low cap is FA, not TA. Yeah. Pulse Doge, total trash. Yep, absolutely. Sounds it. But can it make you money? No, unfortunately, that boat sailed a long time ago. BTC won't anytime soon. I mean, if you're using leverage, if you use leverage correctly, it can make you a lot of money. Of course, chart is a chart. So have you bought some of this Pulse Doge? I have not. You're asking the wrong person. Sorry, I keep blowing my nose. In a lifespan average of 60 years, 2 years to the next bull run is not a long time. Wow, past 2 bear markets, and so it's easy just sailing. Wow. We're having a good time. Pulse Doge, the premier meme coin for Pulse Chain. This is the next generation Dogecoin. I mean, if that's what you want to, if that's what you think, running diary. Now, if Elon goes and makes a token, dude, I'm so into that because the man is the meme of our lifetime. You know what? No fly zone. I actually will. If Elon Musk decides to do something, whether it's his own coin or, you know, move something on the Twitter and there's a hype behind it, I probably would dabble a little bit, just throw a little bit into the market, see what happens. But I'm not looking to get rich. Wow, guys, let's see. Pratheesh. Don't think Richard Hart would think the same. Tesla, whatever. 1% of Hex staking shares, total whales 14. Is Ice Coast Ron still shilling Flowkey in Kite's Discord? I don't think so. That's $100 easy. I don't think so, Josh V. I haven't seen that name pop up in such a long time. Let's see. Let's see when's the last time he posted in Kite's chat. Last time he was active in Kite's chat was... I miss that guy too. He was cool. I remember hanging out with him in the Discord. Ice Coast Farms, Rob, if you by some reason see this, I hope you do well, buddy. I know you love you and your Flowkey, but it was good to chat with you. Yeah, last time he posted was 6/28/22, so back in June. Floki got wrecked. Ice Coast Rob. Yeah, that's him. Running diary for Thisha. Oh, that'll be good. How much money you made in the last hour with BTC? I mean, last 24 hours. That's not necessarily how I view things. Last 7 days. I go by like a month-to-month basis. Because if you're trying to trade on a 5-minute time frame consistently, that's an avenue. That's an absolute way to get wrecked. Right now, I'm sitting. We started a challenge account. Let's see. How long does it take to learn the lesson? Didn't take me long because I skipped all. I didn't skip all the nonsense that most people trading, go through. Stick to a bigger time frame. Find a system that doesn't rely heavily on indicators. Focus on price action and a system that focuses on price action itself and how it develops. Maybe volume, but I don't necessarily recommend that. Just that formula alone can make you a lot of money. Anything that relies too much on the indicators, garbage. You have to be able to focus primarily on what price gives you. If I had to give you the last trade I made, so I'm focusing on a challenge account, and that challenge account's sitting there like $600 right now. And so that challenge account started with $500. I got it up to 2.5K, and now unfortunately, because of trying to play this choppiness, I'm back down to about $600. So not the best, but that's my high risk account. The last trade I made on my actual portfolio was this short up here. That's the last significant swing trade I took, and I made almost. I have to go back in my Bybit account. Let's see if I can pull it up on my phone. I haven't logged into this account in a very long time. I think it was like 7-8 grand based off of this, but I took profit early. Definitely would have been. I didn't short this. I'm waiting to get back up. The next swing trade on my main account I'm looking to play is to get back above 17,600. If that does work out, I'm gonna hold that forever, or at least for a very long time. And yeah, so. But I don't really talk about my main account here. Rob was really into gematria calculator, if I remember correctly, down the rabbit hole. Yeah, he was a lot into that stuff. If you're all about the top 10 biggest caps or something, even XRP is better than BTC. At least there is some potential. Yeah, but I possibly from a long-term perspective, but trading the way I trade, it's kind of garbage how the way it behaves. It does not. It doesn't behave well for the steps I like. Safe, you'll like it. One that costs more than your portfolio gain in the last 2 years. I mean, I'm not going to give you the number. I'll tell you what the percentage was, though. So if you're telling me, oh, that's gonna be the number. Is there a way to hide this? There you go. I'm gonna tell you the percentage I made on my account. If you think XRP is gonna go above 780x, all right. So what is that in percentage? 700,000%. I'll be impressed. Oh man, some of you were trolling. Anyway, back to more important things, making you money. You should get the XRP chart up. I got it up, buddy. The number of trades you're going to need to make with the money you'll have to hand is a lot. With the fees, XRP is better for, yeah, I would say transaction wise it's better, but trading wise, like I trade with leverage. I mean, like I said, I'll take. I can show you the setups that I'm looking. Like I trade a particular style. Like I don't necessarily buy primarily into certain coins, but I can give you certain levels to keep an eye out on. That 4175 is important. If we get back below and back above 2860, that's a good level as well. I don't want to catch any disease. What? Like, I'll listen, like I said, running diary. I don't, unless you're being an absolute dickhead, I'm not gonna sit here and I'll listen to anyone. Just like I expect. Let's see, SBF. Did you see that video with him and Tom in the Bahamas? I don't know who you're talking about. Unfortunately, I think Perthish might. But yeah, I keep an open mind. I'll listen to anyone. I can determine whether or not it's good or bad because of this experience that I have. Just like I expect those who watch me, listen to me, I expect you guys to have an open mind. Just what you know, regardless of what I say. You know, I talked about the bot before. If you guys have any like questions or anything holding you back from that, I'll be 100% willing to talk to you about that. Now, guys, it's not. I feel bad saying it, but every time I gotta mention it. It's a bot that's not automatic. You still have to make your own trading decisions. All right, the bot is not going to make the decisions for you. The bot is just there to help you get entries. All right, like for me, if you guys haven't tuned into the stream earlier, I was able to catch this ABC without even having to do anything. Bully boy, I love that term. It makes me absolutely laugh hysterically. Most Hexicans are not into trading. They buy and hold, most of them anyways. You can hedge XRP by swinging into XRPL tokens. I mean, I could just short it too. For me, I don't necessarily need to go into, what is that? Is that like a shorting chart? That's really fucking funny, by the way, bully boy. Hexicans. Richard Hart, easiest pie friends. Like I said, I'd rather just short it. It's a lot easier for me to do it on Bybit. But Richard Hart has a particular view about trading, and I don't necessarily agree with him. If that's where you're coming from. If you're coming from a Hexican group, I'm sorry, I just love saying that. Or if you watch Richard Hart, I personally don't agree with the trading opinion he has. I agree with the idea that 99% of you will fail, 98, 99, but 98 to 99% of people who trade do it the wrong way. And that's the reason why most of you fail. I'm guessing Running Diary is a Hexican. I had no idea. Running Diary, are you a Hexican? Are you coming from Richard Hart's side of crypto? No, hopium, no bull, bear, bullcrap, hard facts. Let's see. Like I said, just here to free minds. Yeah, we're here. We can have a conversation. You know, it's up to me. It's up to the viewers. Up to everyone else who's watching in chat to make up their own decisions. I can't force anyone to change their mind, just like you can't force anyone to change their mind. Everyone has their opinions and how they approach the market. There's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, I think some ways are better than others. I can explain why. That's just my opinion, though. You know what? Maybe someone from this chat can take away something from me, or your money was hard earned. You got to make it count. To make it count, you got to take a risk. There's truth to that. I think there's a smart way to approach risk, though. Like, yeah, just because it takes money to make money doesn't mean you should. Like, for example, like, you know, I turned a little bit into 6 figures. Doesn't mean I'm going to continue to play with 6 figures, because that would be stupid of me. And then, you know, God forbid something bad happened. I made a bad couple decisions with trading. There goes my account I worked so hard for. So I take risk, but I take appropriate risk. No pissing about with BTC. Make a move, live your life, remember who you are. Yeah, I mean, BTC has been good to me. So with leverage, you can make just as much money, if not more, trading an altcoin. That's just my opinion. There's actual liquidity to move. There's actually a stable liquidity in these coins, and you know, with leverage, you can use that to your advantage. Leverage is not a gambling slider. It's a tool. Every day the people up top trying to keep people low, making you believe you have to follow what they say. Look at what they do. You think they're buying BTC now? No, I don't think they're necessarily buying BTC now. I think you're 100% right, Running Diary. It's just you follow what people do, not what they say. I see, that's the thing. You don't know when they're buying. You might have whale orders come in now. You know, let's say whale buy orders can come in. Let's say there's a bunch of whale buy orders at like 10K. Price can easily start moving down, and next thing you know, those orders can be moved up. Those orders aren't set. I can tell you what they have: no leverage. It's I think some do play with leverage, but they use appropriate risk while using that. They don't sit there and put their entire portfolio using a ridiculous amount of leverage trying to leverage their positions. Leverage should be used to cover a portion of your account. Let's see. Chat is lit today. Absolutely. I'm actually, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know there's a lot going on. Running Diary, hey man, you've been absolutely lighting chat up today, so I really do appreciate you. I can tell you what they have: no leverage. Okay, I read that already. Both long and short. They bought when markets were dead, and then you pump their bags. You're still here trying to make the best of a bad situation. Throw your time away. Not your fault. Naive, ignorant, but not by choice. But now, what you have, make it count, every damn penny. Well, I play both sides. Running Diary. I'm short off of 21,500. And in order for me to get stopped out, I need like a 6K candle, and that's probably not going to happen. But even if we get a 6K candle right now, I'm in a long, all good and well. And I'm holding this short, anticipating those lows, anticipating much lower numbers, just in case that, like you said, whales aren't going to buy unless they scare people out. I 110% agree with you. But they're not going to do it in a way that is expected. You got some USDT on the side. I know you do. Waiting for the moment BTC is going to be a solid buy. Newsflash, won't happen. I don't wait for the best buy, the moment to happen. I buy based off of levels, support and resistance. I DCA, but I DCA with a strategy. I just don't blindly, I think if you have a little bit of money, there's nothing wrong with DCAing a little bit. Don't take your life savings and just throw it all in once. Don't risk, never risk more than you're trying to lose, obviously. but I DCA based off of levels. You can see these green lines are my supports. If we do get down to that, you know, 9K, 8 to 10K region, I'll absolutely be buying some. Now, if you think BTC is going to zero, that's a whole different conversation. I think that 10K level is going to scare a fuck ton of people. I'm 100% in agreement with you on that. But don't you think that if everyone and their mother is expecting more downside, do you think it's necessarily going to happen right away? Let me ask you that, Reddit Diary. Don't you think it would make more sense for people to get excited, or for the whales to for the is Running Diary your ex? That's funny. I'm trying to have a conversation, man. That's all we're here. We're here having a good time. But I wish. But Running Diary, let me ask you this. Don't you think it would make more sense for the big players, the market makers, to sell when everyone is hopeful? I do have stubby fingers. I do. If you can, let me know what you think of that opinion. Because I 100% agree. I think market makers are going to buy when it's scarce, when people are absolutely going to be at the most fearful. But I also think that it's not as simple as we're going straight down to 10K. I think that level is definitely there, but don't you think it's going to get there in a way that most people aren't expecting, or it's going to cause the most hurt? You want to know something funny? What's up, Running Diary? Hit me. This whole time my sound is on mute. I had no idea what Johnny is saying. Oh, come on, man. But you answered. Didn't you answer some of the things I was saying? Let's see. Apologize, Johnny. I do genuinely think you're a good guy. No worries, man. I dropped some knowledge bombs on you, and you missed out. You missed out on the knowledge. No hard feelings, though. We're here having a good time. We're going for 2.5 hours. God damn. I don't know where I got this clip from. Yo, only now did we catch the BTC long. I did. And no thanks to the, well, upside down head. I'm sure you're on Kite channel, so you know about the bot, right? The entry bot for the ABC method. I did, that bot actually helped me get a very good entry, so I'm chilling. You know, Ripple going to come away from lawsuit, win or loss, XRP pumps. I don't know about that. If XRP loses, that is not going to be good. Yep, seen the bot. Yeah, so I programmed along off of this setup here, and it did it for me. Did a very good job. I'll show you the entry here. It got me in at 15,473. Came back below, went back above. Almost perfect, like clockwork. It got me a really good entry, so I personally really like the spot. The BTC long, haha. This is the nub talk I'm talking about. What nub talk? Down what, 3% on the day? Yeah, 3.38. But I'm going based off of levels. The BTC long happened very fast, like 1 minute candle. Yeah, the bot was able to fill me in faster than me being able to get a conditional in. But yeah, running diary, we take it level to level, man. So fast it didn't stop in your wallet. Nope. The bot got me in a lot faster than I could have. And we'll just have to see what happens. If she dies, she dies. Stop in your town. Oh. But yeah, I mean, if you really did not hear everything I was saying before, running diary, I'm playing both sides. Fart and you missed the entry. Yeah, that's true. Luckily, the bot was able to get me. I keep shilling this thing, but I think this is what I've been aiming to build on my own. Someone just happened to beat me to the punch. But I've had this idea for 6 months now. Eventually, I want to come out with my own version of it, but this is a good middle ground. But yeah, if she dies, she dies. I got my shorts open from 21,100. Yeah, but I was late to the entry. Do you have snow there? No, we did get snow a little bit last week, but it was like flurries, like it didn't even stick. One of my uncles lives up in upstate New York, and they got absolutely hammered. I'm sure you got destroyed too, Josh. I know you live up in the mountains. Oh my god. Pratish. That's brutal, man. Absolutely hilarious, guys. 2.5 hours, guys. Thank you so much. This is absolutely, yeah. You probably have. Let's see. Johnny has brain. He's already thinking about dedicating more time to the XRP charts in the next live streams. I mean, I'll look at it. Running diary. But I am no more or less going to make any serious decisions on XRP. Just based off what I know, I'll make trades if the chart shows me. But that's the best you're gonna get out of me, man. I'll tell you, hey man, if you come by more often, running diary, I invite you to come back. I'll take a look at XRP more often. I'll let you know what I'm deciding to do. Maybe bounce some ideas back and forth, chit chat. I'm 100% down for open conversation. SBF was long BTC. Look what mess he got into. SBF. Is that the guy who ran FTX was? Michael Saylor is so desperate now. Yeah, so if he gets liquidated, we're fucked. No. I don't think that's the case. I think BTC is in trouble if Michael Saylor gets liquidated. I'm all in on Crow. F it. I don't know. That's a good idea, Tej. You know what I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, but he was long on BTC from like 69 or from a very high price point. Jesus, man. Josh, you weren't kidding. That is some snow. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, and this is crazy. To invest in now, we all 90% down. CBBI index hit 2 the other day. LOL. Ah, man. I mean, if that's if you're already down, man, I can't tell you what to do. I don't give financial advice here. I just give you guys my opinions on certain things. I'm gonna move my big head over here. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal, though. Thank you guys so much for stopping in, chatting it up. We're having a good old time here. At least I hope you guys are. I'll let you guys know the plan, what I'm currently looking at. BCT charts again. You know where the action is. All right, can we... how about this? I'll go check KDA. 81 cents. Forgot which. Now's a good time to sprinkle some KDA, guys. Unfortunately, Running Diary, I got a position on BTC, man. I gotta track my position. I got nothing on XRP now. If I had something on XRP, we would be hanging out on the XRP chart for a little bit. But unfortunately, I gotta wait for another setup for me to form. If you want, I could talk about it. You know what? Running Diary, we'll do this. I'm gonna give you levels. You know why I mute live streams? I do not. Why do you mute live streams? I'm curious. Let me know. I watch what people do, not what they say. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'll do this for you though. All right. I'll go over XRP. I'll just tell you the levels I'm looking at, and let me know what you think. We'll start from there. All right. So primarily XRP. And if you want, let's see. Let me know what you think about this. Because I trade crypto in a particular way. All right. I don't go based off of news. I don't care about like the lawsuit shit. I don't care about any of that. What matters to me is price levels. Now, is the volume on, Running Diary? Because I don't want to go on this rant if you're not going to listen to me. Not a rant, but I don't want to tell you what. Is it as weird trying to make real money on BTC in this market? I'll let you decide. Perthish, man, you're just going after this guy. Running Diary, like I said, if your speaker's unmuted and you can hear me, I'll let you know. We'll talk about XRP for you. We'll do that, but I'm going to give you my perspective of what I think. If you're not going to listen, man, unfortunately, I can't do that. I need you to let me know that you're listening. Guys, if he's not listening, I'm going to cut it here shortly. Just because we've been here for almost 3 hours. This is like one of my longer streams. I really do appreciate you guys. I want to make a tutorial on the bot. I love it when the realization appears in the eyes. I don't know. There's a realization going on with me. I'm just waiting to see if you're listening or not. Maybe if I put my hand in front of my mouth. Hey, you listen to me or no? He has loads to say. He has loads to say, but won't listen to anybody else. Hey, man, like I said, ignorance is bliss. Let him decide that. Let's see. Yes, let's see. Please give him please give your bottom out. Well, let's see, for these, I don't want to just mute him just because he's rambling. If he's being a dickhead, that's another thing, but like if he doesn't want to unmute, we'll just go about our day. I'm giving him a chance. You're almost alive right now. I got to admit, he's a character. He's definitely a character. I've dealt with plenty of characters in my life. All right. All right, you know what, guys? I'm gonna call it because I have a feeling that he's not listening. But watch this. I'm gonna go to BTC. He's getting mad again. All right, folks. Thank you guys so much. I invite you guys to come back on the next one. Running Diary, if you ever decide to listen to me, I appreciate you stopping by, dropping quite a bit of a lot. You dropped a lot in chat today, so I really do appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do. Really do, guys, appreciate the conversation. Thank you, Josh V, Bully Boy. Thank you again. Prathish, thank you as always. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you guys. Upside Down Head, I've seen you in here. Tej, let's see. I think I pretty much got everyone. No Fly Zone, if you're still in here, bud. Good to see you. Peace out, bro. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys in 2 days. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get an answer of what's going on in price, but I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. If you guys are interested in the bot, let me know. I'm gonna come out with a video. We'll record one after this. And I'm going to... Johnny, it's been a pleasure and a privilege. I'm going to go ahead and type to this guy. All right, folks. On that note, Peace out. I'll catch you guys in 2 days. I'll drop my phone. All right, guys. I'm going to keep doing this, but hopefully BTC will make a move. If something happens, I will let you know. If you guys want updates, real-time updates from me, it's not required, but I do my own Discord. Check out the link in the description. Also, check out the bot in the description below as well, because you're interested in that. It's the reason why I got a great entry on BTC. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys on the next one.